Vicky here with you, and I'm here for card making, and it's going to be use your stash, but I'm going to be using some of my new stash that I got from Inlovearts, and I will be putting down in the description box below the link to the products as well as the discount code that you can use if you choose to go and purchase some. But before we get into that, I wanted to share with you a card I got from Doreen, and I just thought it was so stunning, so beautiful. I really love it. She sent me pictures of the deers that were on her property as well, but I seem to have misplaced them. So that's what happens. But she also sent me my owls that she had colored, and I just thought that was so sweet. And they look so good. So these are the digital images that she printed on regular paper, and then she just colored them. So if you're interested, go and check out my digital images and you will find my little owls. And they don't come with feathers like this, she just added them. And I think she really gave them a special character. So really, really love it. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Now that we've done that, we'll get into card making. I don't think I'll be making that many cards today, just because I'm going to be layering the sentiment, as I mentioned in my previous video that I wanted to do. And I'm going to be using the hello, which I just love these little pockets so much. I need to fill them up with my other dies, but I haven't done it yet. But I just really love them. So I'm going to be using the hello, and so I can put this aside. And I just realized that I didn't, there's two little pieces of paper that's left in there. Okay, here we go. And so we're going to be using some of the images from this. So let's decide what the color scheme is going to be. I've got my bin of cardstock beside me, and I will pick from that and go from there. So hopefully you guys like it. Now, depending on the color scheme, I've got some white cardstock blanks. So these are like the cards that I purchase on Amazon. You can find them sometimes at thrift stores as well. I haven't been finding a lot of these at the thrift store recently, so kind of back to using them as using the ones I have purchased. So I thought this would be really fun with the hello on top of it. If we do that, is there something else that we could, another paper that we could use? There's so many cute papers in here. I love these because they're all scrunched up. Like, they look like they've got stains and all kinds of stuff like that. That would be pretty. What about on this type of, that would be very pretty, I think. I have some, no, that's too pale, it's too much like that, it won't pop. I like that one better. That could be very pretty as well. Maybe this one. I don't know. I'm hesitating between those two. Even this one would be pretty. So let's see what cardstock I have that I can use to back this up. And then we can take it from there, depending on the cardstock I have. The pieces, because I like to, if I can empty out some of my cardstock, I'm gonna do it. Trying to see, like, it's too bright of a green. That would have been pretty with that, but doesn't go with the brown. Nope. Nope. This might go. It's too late. No. I think it's probably going to end up being the one I've got right now. This would be pretty though. For my hello. So maybe we'll just do that. So which one is the best with this then? Just remove the extra stuff I don't need. It's a lot of just testing it out. I think I prefer that. So put this aside. Cut this down to size. And I'll just do the edge as well. There's a little bit of... Now, unfortunately, it's not quite big enough to put my hello, which is kind of sad. So we will cut a piece that I can run through my machine and put the hello on it. Okay, put that aside. Okay, so this can go on here. So put that right away. Just because it's going to make it easier and I won't lose it. Then I can put this on top. And then just going to put that right over here. Whoops. Right over here. And then we'll just run my die. So put my machine in the proper way this time around. And put the hello on here. Whoops. Stuff is just falling. So I've got a few projects going on. I didn't put everything away because I've got a few projects going on. And just pull this off. These are the little leftover pieces. And my hello. My first one. Okay. So it's going to go like that. Then I'm going to run it with this shiny one. This is much thicker paper, and you can see that it cut through it without any problem. It's just that you need to kind of unstick it from the rest of the okay, so here we go. Come on. Okay, good. So we've got that, and put the little machine aside. Remove this from the center. Come on. This is always the type of glitter paper that's like very thick, and it's harder to work with. So very pleased that the dye works so well with it. Okay, so here we go. Remove that, and then we can kind of put them. My goal is to have it like be the shadow, kind of. So we'll put this one down first, and actually, let's be bright, and let's use my Xyron, because that would be the smart thing to do if I don't want to be spending forever and a day. And I do have the machine, so it's not like I don't have it. It's just that I don't take the time usually to use it. But this will make my life a lot easier. And this is the Xyron that's repositionable, because I much prefer that. It makes my life a lot easier when I make a mistake when I lay it down. One thing with the Xyron that I find is if you don't do what I'm doing right now and press against the sides, then you end up having all these little glue type of feathery things that just like stick to your letter. And if you do this, then it's gonna stick to itself, and you're gonna make your life a lot easier when you remove the top part. But you know, it comes from experience. I've used this tool often, and discovered that when I don't take the time to do this, then I'm not a happy camper after, because otherwise the glue kind of stays in the middle, and then you end up, like I said, having this glue, and it's just more messy. Okay, so then when you lift this up, all the glue will stick to. See, that's what I mean by the gooey thing. Can you see here? So if you don't, then it gets stuck really, and this way it helps to remove, to keep just the parts that you want and not have it all over. Because see here, I clearly didn't do a good job, and you can see maybe if it wants to focus, you can kind of see the glue here. That's what I meant by it gets stuck. And so doing that extra little step saves you from having to remove the glue from all those little areas, especially since like you're not going to be putting much over it, and you don't want your sentiment or whatever to be gooey to whatever else it touches. Okay, so that's the part where I like having it repositionable, because I can lift it and replace it. Just that in itself would be pretty, but I think with this added touch it's going to be even better. If I can actually layer it properly. Just a bit beside it, so that it gives the feeling of a shadow. And here we go. Isn't that pretty? And so simple, but I really, really like it. I think it makes it very elegant, very fun. And I'm thinking that it would be even better if it had some bling of some sort, because everything is better with bling. Now I wish I had some that was this type of color, champagne type of color. I'm not sure that I have some in this bin. Pretty sure I have some somewhere, but maybe not in the bin I'm looking for. No. Maybe these if I can't find anything else. Well, this might be pretty. That's too light. I have so many blings, but I'm pretty sure I must have some in somewhere else. I have silver, but I don't have any with me that are the proper metallic that I'm looking for. Okay, so it's gonna have to be that, I guess. It's unfortunate because I would have liked to have something more iridescent, like more like something like that, but in a different type of color. Actually, maybe these would work well. Yeah, I think these would work. Just to make it a little bit more special. I like that. So here's my first card done. Like I said, I don't think we'll be doing many, maybe 2, with the fact that it takes longer to run through the machine, but I did want to share it with you guys how to do it, so that you have an idea if you want to do something similar. So the next one, let's do something different. I was thinking maybe of using this little lady. And she's a sticker. Could use that, or we could use the watch. She's not popping out. The watch could be pretty on this. We will use the watch. And go with this type of look. This is the mid-size piece of paper. So let's see if we can find one. Another one that we can layer with it. That could be fun. I'm liking that. Let's see if there's anything in here that I would like better. No, I want to cover the writing. That could be fun though. Or the green. It's the big part of doing these is like the additioning of the different papers that you could use. I really like the different type of papers here. So we'll use that piece. So here. This aside. And then because we're using that, maybe we can put some green, which I wanted to put last time around, but couldn't get it to work. Could also use a white, but I feel it's too stark of a contrast. What else do I have? I like the idea of the green. I had green in my head. And I could use this to put the sentiment, maybe. I'm having difficulty imagining it. So we'll cut it and make my life a little bit easier to imagine. There's a little bit of excess here. Unfortunately, this won't fit. Okay, so then we've got this, we've got that, we've got this here. Just thinking, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I mean, I've got this big piece anyway that's not doing anything, so let's see. I was thinking that I could put this like that, and then this like this, and then do my hello. Let's try it. I mean, the worst that's gonna happen is I'm not gonna like it. I like the layering aspect of things, so this is a very thin piece of paper, so it should be very easy to pull out. Whoa! I've got it. Okay, so that's one piece. Not sure if I'm gonna like this, but hey, I won't know until I try. I think we're done with the sidekick, so I can move it aside so at least it's not in my way anymore. Because if I don't like the layer, I think I'm just gonna go with this because I like that color on it. But I'd like to be able to do what I did with the other one before. With this one, I think it would be pretty as well. Kind of like that. Okay, so let's glue these parts down first. I just noticed that a little pencil mark. That, and this is a sticker. We'll just find a way of removing the backing eventually. I always have issues. They're so thin, like the paper's so thin. It's like washi, almost like washi paper. Oh man. Usually when I bend it a bit, it gets undone, but it's not doing it this time around. Okay, yay, I got it. Just have to make sure that I don't glue it back to it. Okay, so put this here. Telling you, like, it's like washi paper. It's very thin. And I didn't put it in the center, so that's gonna bother me. Not that I can ever do something totally centered, but at least, you know, somewhat centered. Okay, so like that. And then we'll run the sentiment through the machine. So if you don't have one of those, honestly, like these little gadget, if you do a lot of this sort of work, it's really worth it. Really worth it. I've used it so many times. I tend to forget. Like I almost use liquid glue, but this is so much faster and less messy. And it doesn't take long to go around. The sections. Like it really doesn't. Okay, so here we go. And of course they have to bark because they were so quiet through the entire video. Everybody's outside because it's a gorgeous day today. But I wanted to make the video for you guys. So yeah, everybody's by the pool, and I'm crafting for you guys. Charlie, Sophie. Lucky. Okay, so, and just put it just a little bit off. Just so it has a bit of a shadow. And here's my second card. So those are my 2 cards for today. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing me do this. Sorry. There's probably not much to learn for everybody that does a ton of different cards, because you probably knew all these tricks already, but maybe for some others it might be something new. Honestly, like if you don't have a die machine and you like doing small cards, I would highly suggest to get the Sidekick, because it's not a big machine. It doesn't take a lot of room. It's really not that expensive, and it allows you to make a lot of these little cards fairly easily. So I can't seem to find a place for my binder. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I highly suggest that you get it, because you could have little banners, you could have just a little circle with a sentiment. Like, there's a lot that you can do with those machines, and they take a lot less room and are much less of an investment. So if that's something that you're interested in, check them out. I do believe I have in my Amazon storefront, I have a link to a link to one of them on Amazon USA. If you do purchase them through there, I will get a little kickback, so I appreciate it, but I mostly do this so that you guys can see the different products that I use all the time. So that's it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon with the 30 inks 30 days for sure. If you like those, I hope that you like them. And that is it for now. Bye.